What is your ability to deal with ADHD in your child and your teenager without yelling, without becoming frustrated and overwhelmed? I'm Ivan. I'm an occupational therapist, but first, I am a parent coach. My job is helping you. I come from a history as an occupational therapist and teaching that knowledge to the families and parents in my parenting program helps them have peace and connection inside their home, specifically for when you have a teen or preteen with ADHD. Do you like yelling? Do you like feeling frustrated and overwhelmed? I'm going to guess that most everybody who's watching this video doesn't. If you do, this is not the right video for you. We're here to learn how to not become so frustrated and overwhelmed. Now, I've got 3 secrets that I'm going to share with you. I want to know from you what things resonate with you, where are you struggling? And then I want an opportunity to tell you more about my parent coaching program and how I can help you realign your parenting to match your child's need. That has to do with these 3 things I'm going to teach you today of how to deal with your ADHD child without yelling. Now, the number one thing of this 3-part list where you want to start is you want to recognize that you have a boundary between you and your child. This is really interesting. When our children are little, they don't have boundaries between us. They consider themselves to be an extension of us, just developmentally. They don't really understand the difference between them and us. That grows, especially when they get into adolescence. This is so important for a teenager to separate their identity from us and create some tension in the home, because that's going to allow them to move on and be successful in life, which is what we want. However, when we're in the middle of it, we sometimes forget that's actually what is supposed to happen, and we become frustrated and overwhelmed. The trick then is to recognize that there is a difference between you and them. And they have a different path than you have, and that is important. Now, yelling and the overwhelm comes from our parenting style, how we're trying to help our child grow. And when it doesn't go the way we expect it, we can feel threatened or overwhelmed. We fall into that fight, flight, freeze response. This is where yelling comes from. We are trying to protect ourselves. We are trying to exert our influence upon our teenager, and they are trying to create independence and growth for themselves. And these 2 things start knocking together, creating conflict. When you allow yourself to have a barrier, to step back and say, you know what, my teenager needs to learn, my teenager needs to grow, and it's important for them to experience life. I can guide them, but I do not need to force them. This allows for greater connection, and it helps you to rein in your yelling. I will say, just number 1 step is recognizing that you're yelling, but that's why you're watching this video. You've already done that step. So let's move on to the number 2 thing. And that is recognizing that your teenager is trying to communicate with you. All behavior is communication. It's trying to express themselves or express frustrations or things that are overwhelming. And sometimes the easiest way to do that is through yelling, rebellion, or resisting. And there is this tension that forms. They don't know how to respond. You don't know how to respond. And so then the disconnect happens, frustrations arise, and we're back to the yelling again. When you step back and create that boundary, allowing them freedom, that will help you to see what their behavior is actually trying to say. It's not that you are the worst parent ever. It is not that they hate you. It's not that you're trying to tell me what to do. Those are words. And those words are your teenager trying to communicate to you so that they can be successful. The underground or the backline behavior usually is trying to be successful, feeling frustrated that they don't feel successful in the ways that they want to be, or that things are overwhelming. Information in the brain that trying to sort through and their system is shutting down. So they're in a fight, flight, freeze response, and they are not in control of themselves. When you are able to step back, you can help create peaceful times where they can communicate, where information can flow, and you can find that connection, and they can start to move forward, and the yelling disappears. I promise you that your yelling and their yelling can change. And I promise you it is possible for it to disappear. Now, there's other factors that may make that more complex, but I've seen it happen again and again in my own home. and also in homes of families that I have been working with in my parent coaching program. That is a reality that is within reach. Moving on, number 3 thing, and this is going to help that reality become true. You need to practice really seeing the positive in your child. This is different than giving them praise. This is different than telling them that they're doing a good job, because all that stuff is external. We can train ourselves to say, I really liked how you helped that lady across the street. I really liked how you clean this bathroom. I really appreciate how you get your homework done. All that stuff is good and important, but it is also external. What I'm talking about that is going to lead to more of that and more genuine using positive language is actually the belief that is inside your heart. How do you view your teenager? Is it that my teenager is disruptive and they're resistive and they're angry, and I'm going to try to use positive language so that I'm going to invite them to not be so angry? But your belief is still that they are an angry, resistive, rebellious teenager? They're still going to treat you like they are an angry, upset, rebellious teenager. But when you truly change your view inside your heart and you start to see them in the good that they truly are, all people want to be good. It's just how they're able to express it. And when you see your teenager in that light, your behavior will naturally change and it will be genuine. And they will see that, and that is what they will respond to. I have seen happen again and again. Now, the invite is for you to reach out to me. You can connect me through, follow me on YouTube. Here, you can subscribe. You can share my channel with others. You can reach out on my website, follow a link, and set up a call so that I can tell you more about how my parent coaching program is going to change you, which is very different than just trying to read a book or trying to put your kid in therapy or counseling. I'm excited to meet you. 3 things, okay? Put boundaries around yourself. Recognize that you are separate from your teenager so that you aren't overwhelmed. Number 2, recognize that behavior is communication. And 3, see them in the positive light for who they truly are. These are going to change your life.